Hi guys, today's class is going to have a kind of side body focus. We will include wild thing, fallen triangle, and lots of flowing and breathing. I have been attending Megan Curry's online Zoom classes, so a couple of these transitions are from what I've learned there, so thank you very much for that. We are going to get started in any comfortable seat, so remember, if you want to use a pillow under your bum, if you want to modify your pose, your posture, you can. If it feels good for you, bring your feet out, bring the soles of the feet together, move your bum out from underneath you, and find Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. If you want to support your legs, please do. Close your eyes when you get there, try to rest your hands with the palms facing up or down. Palms up if we want to draw in more energy. Palms down if we feel like we need to ground. Relax your shoulders, close your eyes. And just start to bring yourself into here and now. Notice the earth beneath you. Notice the places where the air meets your skin, your edges. Bring awareness into your breath. And see if you can build your yoga breath here, slowing it down and smoothing it out. In this class, I'm going to give you options. It is up to you to see how they work in your body. To avoid anything that is damaging or stressful. If you actually play your edge rather than pushing into stress, pushing too far, your body will react a lot more positively to what you're doing. It will want to grow in that direction. So challenge is good, but we still need to be able to breathe. Still be able to manage what we're doing. No pain. And with your breath, if you do feel like your breath isn't matching exactly, that doesn't matter. Just keep your breath flowing. If you take extra or fewer breaths, that's fine. That is your unique body. So take one more big breath in, find length through your spine. As you breathe out, just relax your shoulders. Now bring your hands onto the outsides of your legs if you're sitting in your bound angle pose. And I'm just going to turn sideways to show you. If you're already in this position, that's great. So relaxing your shoulders down, breathe in, rock back a little bit and lift your chest up. As you breathe out, start to round your spine. You draw in through your belly first, tuck your tailbone and draw the knees together. The feet can separate and the soles of the feet can land to the ground. You can just round here or pull yourself further back. Inhale, move your heart forward, open out the knees. Keep your feet active as you exhale, slowly round. Really take your time to feel into the movement. As you inhale, send your tailbone back first, then your belly forward, then your chest forward. Open out your knees, lift your heart up to the sky. And as you exhale, tuck your tailbone. Then send your lower back backwards. Draw in through your belly. Open out your shoulder blades and bring the knees together. Next, big breath in, lift your heart, moving your own way. Open the knees. So as you exhale, let's return to this bound angle shape. We'll be here just for one more posture. Pick the right leg up and flip it. So now the sole of your left foot is on the top of your right thigh. Right fingertips can come behind you. Lift your left fingers up, take a big breath in. As you exhale, reach the left fingers over towards the right and press down into the floor with your left hip, so you're getting lots of length through the side of your body. Stay for one more breath. As you breathe out, bring yourself back to the center. Bring your legs back to the center, feet together. And then flip your left leg, so you're turning the left foot out to the side. Top of the left thigh touches the right foot. Keep your left fingertips down and reach up with your right hand. Inhale into that shape. As you breathe out, start to lean over towards the left. Keep a bend in your left elbow. Stay for one more big breath in. And as you breathe out, bring yourself back up. Slowly back to center. If you want to pick your legs up to bring them back, you can do. And then from here, in your own way, just move on to your hands and knees. So we are flowing, but we're going to try not to rush. We can deepen the experience and the amount of information we take from it by moving slowly and feeling everything, trying to stay as present as possible. So of course, if at any point you want to substitute poses, you can do. In this class, I'll offer you a few less options as we go along, so you can always choose one of the previous options in place. As we breathe in, set your table, bend the elbows and look down between your hands. As you breathe out, push into the floor, hover your knees and press yourself slowly back to your downward facing dog. You can bend your knees really generously, find your feet, and you can shift and adjust in any pose if you feel like you want to bring your hands further forward to lengthen out, or your feet further apart. Find stillness here. And then as you breathe in, lift your heels up, round yourself forward, tuck your tailbone, draw in your low belly, rounding into a plank. As you exhale, lower your knees down first. Then bend your elbows and sink your chest and your chin. Lift your heart up about an inch. And as you breathe out, tuck your tailbone, untuck your toes. And use that wave to worm yourself all the way into Bhujangasana Cobra pose. Big breath in when you get there. As you exhale, slowly press and slide back to child's pose, hips towards heels. When you get there, slide round your spine by tucking your tailbone and slide the fingers in towards you. Bring the fingertips either side of your hips or just behind you. And as you inhale, lift your chest. As you exhale, let your heart and your shoulders lead you forward. And then bring your arms wide. Sweep them around and place your hands down, bringing yourself back into tabletop. Big breath in here, neutralize your table, tuck your toes. As you breathe out, push into the floor, lift your knees, lift your hips, and find your downward facing dog. Press in slowly. Take a big breath in through your nose, and a big breath out of your mouth. So let's start to build, layering up. As we inhale, lift the heels, tuck the tail a little bit, round your spine so you've got lots of space under your body. Like the floor is really hot and you're trying to get your belly away from it. As you exhale, lower your knees. Bend your elbows and lower your chest and your chin. You can keep your chin and your chest hovering. Untuck the toes, tuck the tailbone, and worm all the way through for Cobra. Inhale when you get there. As you exhale, press yourself back slowly. Hips to heels. As you inhale, tuck your tailbone, round yourself up. Fingertips back, lift your chest, lift your face. As you exhale, lean forward, arms wide. So a little different now. Plant your hands a bit further forward, so it's like you're reaching into that child's pose. Keep the elbows in by your sides and see if you can worm yourself all the way back through to cobra pose. This time, squeeze your heels in towards your bum and press yourself using your hands to lift your chest. If this is causing any kind of compression in your back, release your legs further down or down completely, or lower down your upper body. Take care of your spine. So from here, we're going to roll onto the left side, left hip, keeping those knees in, and then press using your hands to come up onto your left shin. The right foot, the right toes can tap onto the floor here. You can lift your right arm up high and take a big breath in. If you want to maybe squeeze that knee up, you can. And then tap the toes down so they're just off your mat. Sit your bum down for a second. So with our left hand, we want it to be planted firmly into the floor. And we don't want it to be stacked under the shoulder. We want it to be further towards the top of the mat. Bend the elbow a little bit here. And try and keep your shoulder kind of plugged in and away from your ear. Whenever we come into any kind of side plank, use this arm. Soft elbow, hand away from the shoulder. And listen to it, make sure it feels good. As we breathe in now, press down, lift your hips up, lift your right arm up, maybe send the right fingertips towards the top of the mat for a kind of modified wild thing. As we exhale, look down. Find your balance, stabilize yourself, maybe pick that right knee up once again, keep breathing, and then reach that right foot towards the bottom of the mat. So, finding this side plank pose, modified with the knee, the right foot is lined up and planted at the bottom of the mat. Hand is still away from the shoulder. You can take a big breath into the right side of your body, staying really strong. And as you exhale, look down towards the floor. Reach the right arm over your head. Find your balance. So I'm going to give you two options here. You can either, from here, make your way back to downward facing dog or tabletop. Or we're going to push through that left hand, push through the right foot, and slide the left foot in to meet the right. You can take a traditional plank here if you like, stacking the feet. Or you can keep that right foot planted and plant the left foot next to it. Your knees will be bent and your bum is sticking out behind you. Stay with it. Stay with your left arm for one more breath. And then as you exhale, look down and roll slowly back to your downward facing dog. Let's air it out. As you breathe in, look forward. You can round yourself into plank. As you breathe out, lower your knees. Lower your chest and your chin. Hover them. Untuck the toes, tuck your tailbone and worm all the way through. Draw your shoulders back. Relax your face. And with your next exhale, glide your way back to child's pose. As you inhale, slide back. Fingertips can come behind you. You can lift your hips if you like as you lift your chest. Just a little bit, if you have the space. And then lower yourself back down. Allow your chest to send you forward as you exhale. Reach the arms in front of you. As you breathe in, slide or worm forward. through to your cobra pose, bending the knees on the way, squeezing them in towards your bum. As you exhale, roll onto your right side, and then push up onto your right shin. So you're avoiding your knee completely. As you breathe in, lift your left knee up. As you breathe out, press that foot towards the bottom of the mat for a side plank. Reach the arm over the head. And then keep breathing, squeeze the knee up towards the sky. And then tap the toes just off your mat. So you're placing them down, kind of nearly in line with your other foot. From here, bend your elbow, sink your bum down towards your heel. You can cactus this arm if you like, you're drawing it back, big breath in. As you breathe out, press down through the feet, through the shin, lift up through your hips and reach that arm over your head like a mini wild thing. Remember your right elbow stays bent. One big breath in. As you breathe out, slowly bring yourself back to the center just by looking down, lifting your left knee up. And then once again, press your left foot towards the back of the mat, lining it up with the bottom. Find this side plank pose. If you look down, this can really help your balance, and then as you start to feel more comfortable, you can start to look towards the wall or the ceiling. One more inhale here. So I'll give you a few options. You can press down through the right hand and left foot, and maybe slide your right foot in to meet the left. If you'd like to pop up onto the knife edge of your right foot for a side plank, you can. Or you can plant both feet, bend the knees, stick the bum back. Wherever you are, take one more inhale. As we exhale, look down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders and place yourself all the way back into downward facing dog. Move with your breath, inhale, forward, high plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest and chin. Stick your bum back, heart forward. Hover the heart, and as you inhale, wave through, tucking your tailbone, drawing your shoulders back. As you exhale, move all the way back into child's pose. Drop the hips to the heels. Stay here for a couple of breaths, airing out your hands. Remember that if you want to support your head, use a pillow, use books or your hands. And take one more big breath in. Let it go through your mouth. As you inhale, activate your shins. Start to slide yourself in. Tuck your tailbone to help. And then bring yourself back, placing the fingertips behind you. Inhaling and lifting your chest. As you exhale, heart leads you forward. Reach forward with your hands. Let's move all the way into that little cobra. Bending the knees on the way. Drawing your heart back. Elbows back, squeezing the knees in. Keep breathing, roll onto your left side. And then push onto the left shin. Inhale here, lift the knee. Lift the hand and see if you can find some stability. As you exhale, press the right foot into the mat and find that extended side plank. So from here, kind of like before, we're going to press into the left hand, press into the right foot so that the knee starts to hover. And then maybe we can slide that foot all the way in front of us for fallen triangle pose. So both legs are active, flex your feet, bend the elbow, reach your right arm up. As we exhale, look down, both hands to the floor. Now notice your feet. Rotate your back foot so the toes point to the top of the mat. And then bend your left knee in towards your chest. Big breath in here. As you exhale, step that foot towards the top of the mat in between your hands. We're going to bring the back foot down to line up, just like we have been doing in plank. And then inhale, lift yourself into Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana 2. Keep breathing, press your feet into the floor. And just notice if you can see your front toes. Next, big breath in, lower the back hand, lift the front and reverse your warrior. As you exhale, bring the arms down, left fingertips maybe to the floor or to your thigh. Inhale, reach the right arm up and over. So as we exhale now, the right hand is coming down. Pick up the back heel and then turn all of your feet, both of your feet, towards the left side of the mat. You can bring this left foot further down, and if you want to go straight into a side plank from here, you have that option, or you can lift your arm up, taking a big breath in. As you exhale here, soften that elbow, maybe lower your right hip to the floor. Keep the feet active, rest your left elbow into your hip crease. Keep that right elbow soft. Take a breath or two into the right side of your body, lots of length. One more inhale. One more exhale. So next breath in, prepare, activate your feet, push down into your right hand. And as you breathe out, maybe lift your hips and reach the left arm over the top of your head. Take a big breath in to this opening. I'm going to give you the option to either step back with your left foot to plank, or you might want to step your left foot behind you and begin to open your chest into Wild Thing. So it's the same kind of motion that we did sitting on the floor. You're going to keep this arm bent, turn your chest towards the sky and maybe reach the arm towards the top of the mat. One more inhale here. And as we exhale, slowly turn the right foot towards the top and bring all the rest of your body around to follow. Let's meet back in downward facing dog. It doesn't matter how we move exactly. Just stay present and mindful. Next inhale, lift your heels, roll yourself forward. As you exhale, lower your knees, lower your chest and chin. You can keep them hovering, untuck the toes, worm through to Bhujangasana. Inhale. As you exhale, bring yourself all the way back towards Child's Pose. And then slide the fingers in, tuck your tail as you breathe in. And then lift your chest and your heart up. As you breathe out, heart forward first, then your arms. Slide those hands out in front of you. And then roll all the way through to Bhujangasana with your heels in towards your butt. As you exhale, roll onto your right thigh. Keep breathing. Lift up onto your right shin. Lift the left knee up high, take a big breath. As you exhale, place the left foot down. And inhale into your extended side plank pose. So from here, a little different, you can squeeze that knee in, you can step to your plank or step the right foot out in front of you. Kind of so your legs are at a 90-degree angle-ish. Inhale for your falling triangle. As you exhale, look down, turn those back toes to face the top of the mat. Slide the right foot in, squeeze the knee in towards your chest, and then step it through. Warrior Two. Bring your left heel down, bend the front knee. Inhale as you open up. exhale to stay, relax your shoulders. As you inhale, release your back hand down, lift the front arm up. As you exhale, keep your legs, reach your right arm forward. Lift your left arm up high. Length through the left side of your body. One more big breath in here. As we exhale, bring the left hand down. Turn all of your toes to face the right side and maybe slide the right foot in a little bit here. We're going to bring these right fingertips either on the floor or up to the sky or reaching over your head. One big breath in. As you exhale, lower your left hip down slowly. You can stack your legs here if you want to, or keep this shape, keep your right foot active, and rest your elbow into your hip crease. Breathe deeply and feel everything. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, push down to arc up. Lift your hips, reach the right hand over. Take one more breath in just to feel that length. And then as you exhale, slide that right foot back, either into your side plank, any variation, or tap the toes off the mat behind you. You're keeping the rule, this arm, keeping the hand away from your shoulder. And you can turn the other toes towards the bottom of the mat. One big inhale, fill up your powerful shape. And exhale, slowly roll back to the center. Taking care. Follow your breath, inhale forward to plank pose. Exhale, lower your knees, your chest and your chin. Inhale, lift the chest, tuck your tail, worm all the way through. And then as you exhale, glide yourself back for a few breaths in child's pose. Or you can just sit back on your heels with your eyes closed and your hands resting on your thighs. Allow everything that you can feel right now to be felt. So that means removing labels. It means letting go of preconceptions. And just allowing these energies, these tinglings, this heat to move through your body uninterrupted. Allowing these processes to express fully without us overthinking, trying to label them. If you would like to take a cleansing breath, please do. In through the nose, out through the mouth. With our next inhale, you can drop the hands down, lift your chest up, maybe lift your hips if that's comfortable. And as we exhale, reach the chest forward, bring your arms wide. We're moving through that flow one more time. As you breathe in, roll yourself forward through Bhujangasana, bringing the heels into your hips if that feels good. As you breathe out, slowly roll onto your left side. As you breathe in, come up onto your left shin. Reach the knee up high, take a breath. As you exhale, press your right foot down to the bottom of the mat. Reach the right arm over the top. Inhale into that space. As you exhale, press down, slide your left knee towards your chest, maybe extend the leg and place it down for fallen triangle. Take a breath in, you can bring your chest a little more open. And as you breathe out, look down, right hand down, slide yourself all the way into a plank with the left knee squeezing into your chest. Step that foot down between your hands. Bring the right heel down to the floor. And this time flow all the way up through Warrior 2 as you breathe in. Keep going and reverse. Left hand high. As you exhale, reach the left hand forward. Find that extended side angle pose and breathe in. As you exhale, the right hand comes down. Lift the back heel. And twist yourself all the way to the left, all the toes face the left. Inhale, lift your left arm up high. Exhale, maybe reach the arm over your ear. As you inhale, lower yourself down. Elbows to hip. And as you exhale, straight away, come back out. Lift yourself up. Inhale here, look down at the floor, and then exhale, choose whether you would like to practice side plank or step it back for a wild thing. Take one more big inhale, and as you exhale, look forward. See if you can roll yourself slowly back into your downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Next breath in, roll forward into your plank. Next breath out, lower knees, chest and chin. Inhale, hover, untuck, and tuck your tailbone. Roll through. As you exhale, bend back towards heels. Inhale, slide those hands towards you. Lift your chest, lift your hips if you have the space. And exhale, allow your chest to bring you forward. Bring the arms wide. Reach the hands out in front. Inhale to roll through to your cobra pose. Squeeze the heels in towards your butt. As you exhale, roll onto the right side. And then inhale, lift up onto your right shin. Lift your left knee. Place your left foot down as you breathe out. Bottom of the mat. Press down through the foot and through your right hand and slide your right leg through, touching it down with a kind of 90-degree angle from your left leg. Take a big breath into your fallen triangle. As you breathe out, look down. Start to squeak your feet towards the top of the mat. Bring both hands down and squeeze your right knee in towards your chest. As you breathe in, set the right foot down. Set your feet up for Warrior 2. And with your next inhale, lift the left arm up. Travel through Warrior 2, push through your feet, and then reverse. Stay for a breath, one more inhale. And as you exhale, reach your right hand forward, left arm up, and then over your ear. As you breathe in, look down at the floor. And as you breathe out, bring the left hand down. Turn your feet, slide that right foot down a little, and lift your right arm up. You can stay for an extra breath, reaching the right fingers over your ear. And with your next inhale, lower your hip. Lower the elbow. With your next exhale, push down once again. You can find an arc here. And then keep breathing, slide that right foot back. Maybe find your side plank, or maybe step it off your mat, turn your chest towards the sky for wild thing. One big breath. And as you exhale, look forward, roll yourself back into downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Next inhale rolls you forward. Next exhale lowers knees, chest and chin, you can keep the hover. Inhale, untuck your toes, tuck your tail, send your heart forward. As you exhale, glide back to your child's pose. You can stay here for a couple of breaths, or sit up on your heels. And once again, just try to drop into where you can feel. Your hands and arms and shoulders may be talking to you a lot. Can you notice anywhere that you perhaps wouldn't place your attention? Do you have sensation at the back of your neck? In your hips? Soles of your feet? Staying for one big breath in. One big breath out. As you inhale this time, you drop the hands, lift the chest. And exhale, use your heart to lead you forward. Hands slide out in front of you. Inhale, worm all the way through, tuck your tail, squeeze the heels into your hips. And then as you exhale, roll onto your left side. Come up onto your left shin. Keep pressing through your fingertips. And you can reach the knee and the hand up to the sky on an inhale. As you exhale, straighten out your right leg. Find your side plank pose. And inhale into it. Again, as you exhale, push down through your hand and your foot. Maybe lift the knee up. Maybe reach that foot out in front of you. And come back into your fallen triangle. One more big inhale here. Powerful in every direction. As you exhale, slowly lower your hips. So, legs are still in kind of a 90-degree angle. Bend the right knee and place the sole of the right foot against your left thigh. From here, place your left hand onto your left shin or thigh. And as you breathe in, lift your right arm up. So, completely up to you how far you go. Start to slide towards your left foot, pressing down through your right hip. Finding a place that's good. There's no goal, there's nowhere to get to. Just explore your edge, explore sensations. Over time, your body and mind will open doors for you, and it can do so more quickly when it has more information. So stay in your edge until your body is comfortable being there. Stay for one more big breath in. As you exhale, slowly and gently bring yourself up. You can plant your right hand just behind you, behind the right hip. If you want to, you can inhale, lift the hips and air out. Reach the left arm up and over your head. As you exhale, lower the hips down slowly. So keep breathing. Left hand to the floor at the top of the mat. Rock back onto your left hip and slide the right foot out towards the bottom of the mat. As you inhale, can you press? You can use both hands if you like. Back up into your fallen triangle. And then exhale, look down, bring both hands down to the floor. Turn your toes towards the top of the mat. So from here, we're going to see if we can sweep the feet away from each other and lower the left hip down. Take this in a few stages. You can stay up here, aiming the right hip towards the right side of the mat. Trying to relax your shoulders and face. You can untuck those back toes. If you feel okay here, maybe come down onto your forearms. Breathe deeply and try not to clench your jaw. If you want to go somewhere else with this, you can take the right arm, lift your left elbow and slide the right arm underneath the left. From here, lower your head to the floor or to your hand. And find this deep twist. Stay for at least 2 more breaths. Remembering you can come out whenever you want to. It's always an invitation, not a command. From here, let's start to come out, move slowly. Slide that right arm out if it was threaded. And place your left hand down to the floor. Now I'll come back onto the knife edge of the right foot. Maybe plant the foot down, bend the knee. And then as you inhale, push down through your feet and your left hand. Push your hips up. Maybe reach your arm up and over your head. Now, as we exhale, opportunity for one more wild thing. Both hands to the floor. Once again, turn your chest to the floor and then bend the left knee in towards your chest. Rotate so the knife edge of your right foot comes down to the ground and then you step the left foot down behind you. Inhale, open out into your expression. Everyone will look different. One more big breath in. As you exhale, look down. Bring both hands to the mat. Slowly roll yourself back to center, using that back foot to direct your lower body. Next breath in, roll yourself forward. Exhale, lower down. Knees, chest and chin, maybe hover your chest. Inhale, untuck your toes, tuck the tail. Worm all the way through. And exhale, bring the hips back towards the heels. Inhale, round yourself up. Wave all the way up. Maybe onto your knees. And as we exhale, reach your hands forward. Glide all the way into your little curly cobra. Bringing the heels in towards the hips. As you breathe out, roll onto your right hip. As you breathe in, come up onto the right shin. Lift the right knee high, right arm high. Exhale, press, the left arm and left knee high. Press that left foot down. Reach the left arm over your ear. And then from here, you can stay in the side plank. You can squeeze the knee in towards your chest or find your fallen triangle. One more breath in. As you exhale, active feet, lower your hips. So this time we're drawing the left foot in towards the right thigh. Chest turns towards the back of the mat. Your right arm just starts to move down towards the right foot. As you inhale, lift your left arm up high. Press your left hip into the floor. And as you exhale, take a slow bend towards the side. Take a breath or two. Visualizing your breath moving into this space that you are creating. One more big breath in. And as you breathe out, wave your arms all the way over to the other side. Plant your left hand, maybe lift your hips and stretch, reach out through the right side of your body. Next, exhale, lower your hips back down. Bring the right hand to the top of the mat. Reach your left leg out and place it at the bottom of the mat. And then from here, bend the right elbow, press into the floor. Inhale, lift your hips. Find your fallen triangle. As you exhale, look down. Place the hands to the top of the mat. And see if you can turn your toes towards the top of the mat too. You're going to lower down onto the right hip. Make sure you're comfortable. This might take a lot of adjusting and wiggling around. And then you can straighten out your left leg, left toes. Take this in stages. Even if you're going for the twist, ease yourself in. Maybe take a breath up here. Then lower to your elbows and take another breath. Without rushing, let your body feel every stage. If you want to move to the twist, lift the right elbow, slide the left arm through. So you're on your outer right hip and outer left shoulder. From here, slowly bring yourself back up. Replant the hands under your shoulders-ish. Maybe a little further forward. Tuck those back toes. As you inhale, press down into the floor. And then from here, I've just replaced my foot. I'm going to give you the option of either stepping back into a side plank or into your wild thing. So, both hands down to the floor. Turn your chest towards the top just like we did before. Squeeze the knee in towards the right side of your chest. And then turn your left foot so that it lines up with the short side of the mat. The toes are off to the right. From here, tap those right toes down either behind you or down to join your left foot. Inhale, reach your right arm up and over. One more inhale. As you exhale, look down. Roll yourself all the way back through. Find a downward facing dog. And take a couple of deep breaths here. Stay fully connected to the floor. Connected to your breath. To everything that's happening in this moment, everything that you can feel. From here, as you inhale, roll yourself forward. Last time through our little flow. Exhale, lower your knees, lower your chest and chin. Inhale, untuck your tailbone all the way through. And exhale, bring yourself back into child's pose. As you inhale, slide those hands in. You can open out the chest. And exhale, chest moves forward, arms come wide. Reach the hands forward. Come back into child's pose this time. As you inhale, bring yourself up to your hands and knees. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. Right back to the first flow. So from here, we're going to walk to the top of the mat. If you would like to hop or handstand or do anything that your body is asking you to do, you can. I'm going to invite you to keep your hands connected and try to tiptoe up so that you feel the weight move. Drawing in through your belly. When your feet get to the top of the mat, bring them hips distance. You can fold over your thighs, fold over bent legs. Again, we're not trying to get to the floor, but you're allowing your body to kind of melt towards it. There should be no resistance towards your upper body moving towards the floor from your upper body. So your legs stay strong. This allows your upper body to become soft, melty. From here, start by drawing in your low belly, then start to tuck your tailbone. Let your arms and your head be really heavy. And try and find that whirling motion, tucking your tailbone and starting to send it back, sending that ripple, bending your knees, waving all the way up. Inhale, when you get to the top, reach your hands up high. As you exhale, draw the palms down into your heart. Take a moment just to feel. Breathe. Next, breath in, reach your hands up. Maybe come up onto your toes. And as we breathe out, start to sit down like you're going into Utkatasana chair pose. Hips towards heels. Arms can come out in front or down to anticipate the floor or into prayer. Maybe you can sit down all the way onto your heels. And maybe we can stay for a breath in. As you breathe out, make sure you have space behind you. And roll down either with your hands behind you or reaching out in front. As soon as you land, drop your legs back into your Baddha Konasana, if you like. You can take any other seat and still do the motions with the upper body. So as you breathe in, heart open, shoulders relax. As you breathe out, tuck your tail around your spine, bring the knees together. Chin to chest, relax. As you inhale, start to send your tailbone back. Send your knees apart. Use that wave to lift your chest. And as you exhale, again, tuck your tailbone first. And see if you can find that wave as you bring your knees back together. Inhale, roll yourself forward, open the knees. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, curl around. This time, keep the knees together. Inhale, lift your chest up, maybe lift your hands up. Imagine that you're holding on to something that you really don't want to spill or drop on yourself, like a bowl of water or soup. And you're going to start to roll down slowly, breathing deeply, tucking your tailbone and trying really, really hard not to spill the soup that is filled to the brim. All of your concentration is in this. There is only this moment. And then when your shoulders land, you can just ditch it above your head, out of the way. Relax your arms and rock your hips side to side. So the legs are still kind of bent. Let this be really soft, it's not a rigid movement. So I'm going to scooch down a little bit. Make sure you've got a little bit of room above your head for this next one. I'm going to invite you into any inversion you want to do. This is an inversion. The legs are above the heart, so you can stay like this, even in the relaxation. You can bring the legs up, you can bring them onto a wall, onto your sofa, onto your bed. Support your legs and take a really nice therapeutic inversion. If you turn upside down in different ways, go for it. I'll talk you through shoulder stand and plow. So roll out your arms, the different cactus that are in by your sides. Fingertips point up. Double check your head and your neck feel okay. We want to keep the pressure out of the neck. From here, start to lift your hips. Use your little robot arms to support your hips. And your legs can really go into any shape. Just make sure that you keep your head still, don't move it like I just did. And make sure that you can breathe. You can find stillness here. If you would like to move into plow, send your bum back, support your hips and start to send your toes over the top of your head. If the toes touch down on the floor, keep pressing into them. If they don't, you can always bring yourself to a wall and practice activating your legs in this shape. The hands can stay supporting you. If you would like to bring your hands down to clasp, make sure your elbows and shoulders are switched on, squeezing in towards each other. You can clasp the hands and reach through your hip bones and through your toes. One more big breath in. As you exhale, replace your hands on your low back. Bend the knees in towards your face if you were ploughing. And then release your arms down. So you're going to use your arms like brakes. Active arms. See if you can curl down just like when we held the soup. But you're going in the opposite direction. Lowering down slowly, using your core. And then, when your hips land, bend the knees and glide yourself into Shavasana. That was a good hip hop, by the way. Get yourself really comfortable. You can really be in any shape. We invite the body to rest in a neutral shape so that it won't have any distractions. And you allow yourself a few minutes to absorb all of that good work that you've just done. And just like at the beginning of class, bring yourself into the here and now. Earth beneath you. Textures and air on your skin. And now start to notice if your body is resisting gravity. This process really is a process. It isn't a switch. We don't lie down and suddenly relax. All of that noise just doesn't switch off. So as we move through this process, just notice how your body releases little pockets, layers, little knots of tension and pressure. And when you think you have relaxed, you may feel another area of release. Check especially around your neck, the back of your head, your shoulders. Double check you aren't naturally trying to hold yourself up with your torso. Are you really allowing your back body to sink into the earth? Apart from the natural curves, allow it to relax and sink into the surface. Are your hips holding your legs in position? The more they relax, the more your feet should turn out to the sides. If we still feel tense, don't worry about it. That will create more tension. Instead, just recognize what you feel in the here and now of the moment. Not overthinking too much. Just noticing. You can stay here for as long as you like. If you would like a full yoga nidra, I offer a 10-minute video on my channel to finish off this class. Otherwise, you can stay in silence, or when you are ready to move, go slowly. Be kind to your body, and move in a way you are trying to preserve everything that you have created. I hope you had fun with this one. Thank you so much for joining me.